Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Singh. Today I am going to teach about the selection of a good material. And this is from unit number 4th and this is lecture number 14. After watching this video, if you have any doubt, you can write an email on saurabh.singh@mygyanviha.com. Come on, the learning objective and learning outcome. Learning objective is to know about the selection of a good material in concrete and to understand the behavior and method of improving of materials which used in the concrete. Come on, the learning outcome, you will able to learn about the selection of a good material and you will also able to learn about the durability of concrete. So come on the introduction first slide. Concrete, the man-made rock, is the most widely used construction material. More than 80,000 crore cubic concrete are poured every year. Indian has an installed capacity of 2,200 million tons of cement. Some structures are designed with the life of 100 years. As you can see here, how much durability is the important for the structure. Some of structure we also construct for the 100 year. So in the 100 year, it should be durable and it should be also able to give the proper serviceability during his life span. So durability of concrete is the very important properties of concrete, and this is also very important to know how we can improve the durability of concrete and how we can make the concrete more durable. So come on the definition, and here is some objective of quality. Quality should be good of your concrete, and there should be a zero defects because quality, if quality of concrete will be good, means your concrete will be more durable, and it will also helpful for the all the companies if they will provide the good durable structure like they are building any flats and any residential building. So durability matters a lot there because if their flats and their building their houses will be not durable, then it will create a lot of problem to the customer and there will be a problem of customer satisfaction. That's why durability of concrete is very important. Now we will see the some qualities, what we should adopt the qualities and what is the system of causing quality. First one is drift, which is do it right the first time. Process oriented and not inspection oriented approach. Prevention and non appraisal. And there is management by the wandering around, the not management by the taking around. These are the some quality which is also came in the measurement of quality is the price of non-conformance. Responsible for the non-quality seniors and seniors. Now we will see the definition of durability. What is the durability? Here, a durable concrete is the one of that performed satisfactory or satisfactorily is the working environment during its anticipated exposure condition during the service according to IS 456. This is the definition of durability. Durability of concrete is the ability to resist weathering action, chemical attack, abrasion, or any other process of deterioration. It is the definition according to American Concrete Institute. When exposed to environment, durable concrete is likely to retain its original form, quality, and serviceability during its lifetime. So these are the some definition of durabilities which is given by the Indian Standard and American Concrete Institute. So you need to remember what is the definition and what is the meaning of durability. Now we will see the consequence of improper quality and adequate durability. Loss of strength of concrete. Concrete liable to easily affected by the deterrent, corrosion of rebars, loss of serviceability, unpleasant appearance, danger to person and property, expensive repair cost, poor perception of concrete as a material, poor perception for agencies involved, reduction of service life, external agencies like weathering attack by the natural or industrial liquids gas, bacteria's growth, etc. Alkalis aggregate reaction, aggression of moisture, air, facilitating corrosion of steel and the cracking of the concrete cover. These are the consequences of improper qualities of inadequate durability. So these things should be avoided during the construction of a structure. Now we will see the consequence indicate the durability. As you can see, there is some graph which is which happened due to the bad durability of concrete. As you can see in the here, there is a slab which is broken, and this can be also harmful for the living things. Like if suppose this is a residential building, human being will be there, and they can also affect the human beings. These are the some photograph of columns, and there is also some photograph of lintels. As you can see, this is the consequence of adequate durability of concrete. So we should make the durable concrete and strong concrete so that we can avoid such things and such accident of the concrete. And there is one more photograph which is showing here. There is one building collapse due to the uh, adequate durability of concrete, and these consequences create a lot of problem to the companies and to the engineer also. Now we will see the factor influencing durability of concrete according to IS 456-2000. As we know, this is the Indian Standard Code, which provide a very good guideline regarding to the durability of concrete. First is the environment. Type and quality of constituent material, cement content and WC ratio of concrete, workshipman, especially in the compaction curing, it is very important. Covered to embedded steel, shape and size of member. Now we will see the factor affecting the durability. Durability depend on two main factors, the concrete system and the service environment. Concrete system is based on quality and quantity of material used and process involved in the manufacturing of concrete. Now we will see the what is the service environment. Service environment affect concrete by the way physical action and chemical action on the concrete. So these are the some factor which is defined according to IS 456-2000 on which durability of concrete is depend. First one was concrete system, and there was also service environment. So we will see the factor affecting durability. This is the flow chart which is showing how these factor affect the durability and which factor affect the durability of concrete. The durability, first you can see it is categorized into the concrete system. Second one is aggressiveness of the environment. In concrete system, there is material and process. In the environment, there is physical and chemical. And there is material binding type, binder content, aggregate and mixture, and process mixing, transporting, compacting, curing, temperature, and work shipment. In physical, we will see abrasion, erosion, cavitation, freeze thaw, and in chemical dilution, leaching, expansion, and alteration. These are the factors which affect the durability of the concrete. As you can see here, there is also binding content, aggregates, admixture. If you will use the bad admixture, if you will use the bad aggregate, what will happen? Your concrete will be not durable. So we should use a proper material with the proper process. There is also processes involved in the factor affecting durability, like mixing, transporting, compacting. Suppose if you will not compact your concrete properly, what will happen? Your concrete will be not durable. Curing is also very important factor which affect the durability of concrete, as you can see here. So come on the next slide. First we will see one by one, we will see how material affect the durability of concrete and what should be precautions we adopt during the selection of the materials. So we will see here. First, we will see the selection of a good quality material. Conforming to relevant IS code means we have to select the good quality material according to IS code. If you will use the IS code, definitely it will help you a lot and you will not do any mistake. If you will not do any mistake, your concrete will be durable and strong. So first we will see the cement from reputed manufacturer. You should not use the local cement. If you will use the local cement, it will not provide the proper binding between the aggregates and sand. So there will be a problem of durability in the concrete. So we should always use a good manufacturer of cement, good cement which is made by the reputed manufacturers. Like sand, there is also in sand there is also river sand and crushed and silt. Where should be 5% silt should be available in the sand. Otherwise, it will also create some problem in in the form of durability of concrete. Aggregate cubical shape. Aggregate is also here, and we should use aggregate according to IS code define the shape of aggregate. Admixture we have to use from the reputed manufacturer. We should not use the local admixture while we manufacture the concrete. Compatibility of cement and plasticizer, PC based, naphtha based, and third generation super plasticizer and polycarboxylate base. These mixture we have to use during the preparation of concrete. Now we will see the unsound material. First, we need to know what is the unsound material. Concrete or aggregate is considered unsound when they cause unacceptable volume change, and hardened concrete or mortar which cause the cracks and affect the durability. Aggregate containing certain materials such as shale, clay lumps, coal, iron, and which shows the soundness later when concrete undergoes wetting and drying or freezing and thawing. More moisture is absorption in concrete like Ca1 and Ca11. These are the responsible for the unsoundness of the material. Cement parameter that impact the soundness of free lime, MgO, and excess of gypsum. If you will add excess gypsum, it will create unsoundness in your cement and it will harm your concrete and your concrete will be not durable. So these are the some qualities of cement should have when we select the cement for the manufacturing of concrete. Now we will see the water permissible limit for the solids according to IS 456 table 1, which is given here as you can see here. If organic material is available in the water, how much it is permissible. Okay, now you will see as per IS 3025 part 18, only 200 milligram liter organic substance are allowed in the water. If you will see the inorganic materials, it is allow only 3000 mg per liter. Sulfate, as we know, sulfate is denoted by the SO3 and it is only allow 400 mg per liter. Chlorides, Cl allow 2000 mg per liter. For concrete not containing embedded steel and 500 mg per liter for the reinforced concrete work. Suspended matter, it is only allowed till the 2000 milligram per liter. So these are the some permissible limit for the solids which is allowed in the water. After this, if you will add your water, of otherwise if the percentage of these organic and inorganic material will be more in your water, then water will not react properly in your cement paste. Now we will see the impact of WC ratio on durability. Permeability is the contributory factor for the volume change and higher WC ratio is the fundamental cause higher permeability. Use of higher water cement permeability is create the permeability and it will create the volume change If there will be volume change, there will be some cracks, and due to some cracks, there will be disintegration, and that will cause the failure in your concrete. And so the life cycle of concrete will be very, very less, and it will affect on the durability of concrete. For durable concrete, use of lowest possible WC ratio is the fundamental requirement to produce dense and impermeable concrete. Modern superplasticizer polymer based are so efficient that is now possible to make flowing concrete with the WC as low as 0.01, 0.31, or even low 0.29 with the increased slump more than 250 mm. So this is the superplasticizer admixture. When you will add the superplasticizer in your concrete, it will reduce the quantity of requirement of water. So you can use the modern superplasticizer, which will help to increase the durability of concrete. Now you can see this is the graph of permeability versus uh, water cement ratio. As you can see here, one side is capillary porosity percentage, and second uh, portion is given here, which is coefficient of permeability. And if we will come on the process of making more durable concrete, there is work shipment durable concrete. This is also very important point to by which we can prepare our concrete very well. And work shipment plays very important role in the durability, because if work shipment will be good, your concrete will be definitely more durable. And many times, suppose you are using good material like good quality of cement, good quality of aggregate, but some lack of work shipment, your concrete is not durable. Your concrete become do not very durable. So here we can see batching, mixing, transporting, placing, compaction, and finishing, protection, and curing. These things came under the workshop for the durable concrete. Now we will see the one by one. First one will we see compaction of concrete, which ensure the suitable workability implying appropriate placing of compaction equipment. Adequate compaction without segregation. 1% of voids reduce strength by the 5%. As you can see here, how much compaction plays very important role in the durability of concrete. If there will be, if your voids will be increased, so you can understand how much percentage of strength will be decreased. If 1% void reduce 1% void reduce the strength by the 5%, so you can understand how much important is the compaction of concrete. Now, critically of quarrying, extremely important if the water cement ratio is low and cement content is high. If cement has a high rate of strength development, ambient temperature during the placing is high and day is windy. If the concrete contains GGBFS and polarized fly S, now we will see the recommended moist quarrying according to IS 456-2000. If there will be normal weather condition, then it is OPC based concrete which required quarrying, which is for the 7 days. Blended cement based concrete required 10 days minimum. These are the minimum requirement of the quarrying which you have to do after the placing your concrete. So this is also very important point, quarrying. And I think everybody know about the quarrying. Quarrying is the process to make weight concrete structure. Harsh weather condition, if weather condition will be harsh, then there is the number of days of quarrying will be increased here. OPC based concrete required 10 days quarrying, and blended cement based concrete required 14 days quarrying. So you can understand if weather will be harsh, so you need to do more quarrying of your structure of your concrete. As you can see, some picture. This is a picture which is the where is the cracks developed due to the lack adequate quarrying. As you can see, if you will not do the proper quarrying, what will happen in the heat of hydration? Cement requires some water quantity, If water will be not available on the surface of concrete, these types of crack may be developed. Now we will come on the environment. What kind of environment required for the good durable concrete? Environment can be classified as a physical and chemical. First one is a physical. In physical, there is temperature, moisture, alternate wetting, and drying, freezing, thawing. In chemical, there is acidic, gaseous, alkaline, and corrosive. Environment can be on the place of the concreting. So first we will see the physical environment attack affecting durability, how it affect and how it affect on the durability of concrete. Physical environment impact. First we will see temperature. Significantly affect rate of hydration of cement leads to plastic shrinkage, cracks in fresh concrete, volume change and cracking, especially in mass concrete, spalling, the disintegration of concrete at the higher temperature, which is more than 250 degrees Celsius. Variation in ambient temperature cause secondary stress in the structure. Moisture shrinkage on drying, consequent volume change, and the cracking. Induced corrosion of steel acts as a carrier of chemical inside body of concrete. So these are the some factor which involve in the environmental impact. Here, alternate wetting and drying, there is also some alternate of wetting and drying. As you can see, cause secondary stress in the structure, accelerate the corrosion of steel and a chemical attack on the concrete. There is also one process which is known as freezing and thawing, which is leads to expansion of concrete and cracking. Ice melts, ice melting salt cause the erosion of concrete. Now we will see the chemical environment attack effect durability, how chemical environment can be responsible for the bad durable concrete. Chemical action when we are dealing with the durability, chemical attack which result in volume change, cracking and deterioration of concrete become major cause in the concrete. Like there is some types of chemical attack which is sulfate attack, alkalis aggregate reaction, chloride ion attack which is known as corrosion, carbonation acidic attack effect on the concrete in the seawater. These are the chemical action which can be effect on the durability of concrete. First, we will see the sulfate attack. Sulfate attack denotes an increase in the volume of cement paste in the concrete or mortar due to the chemical action between products of hydration of cement and solution containing sulfate, and also sodium, magnesium, and chlorides. In hardened concrete, calcium aluminate hydrate can react with the sulfate salt from the outside. Product of the reaction is calcium sulfonate, which cause the increases in the volume up to 227%. Rate of sulfate attack increase with the saturated sulfate solution. The saturated solution of magnesium sulfate can be cause serious damage to the concrete with high cement ratio. Now we will see the sulfate attack method, and there is also method for the controlling sulfate attack, which is very important in the concrete durability. We can use the sulfate resisting cement, which is available in the market. Quality concrete, low water cement ratio, well designed and compacted dense concrete, use of air entrainment, use of pozzolana, high pressure steam curing, use of high alumina cement. You can use this method to prevention of uh, sulfate attack. If you will use these types of cement like sulfate resisting cement, it will prevent by the sulfate attack. Now, alkalis aggregation reaction we will see here. Alkalis from cement react with the reactive silica to the form of alkali silica gel of ultimate swelling type. The continuous growth of silica gel extracts osmosis pressure within the concrete. This manifests into the cracking and the bulging of the concrete. As you can see, there is one photograph of alkali aggregate reaction. Alkalis aggregate reaction, which is also known as AR, is a basically chemical reaction between hydroxyl ion in the pore water within the concrete certain types of rock minerals. Since reactive silica is the aggregate is involved in the chemical reaction, it often called alkali silica reaction. It is recognized as the one of the major cause of cracking of concrete. The reaction produces what is called alkali silica gel of ultimate swelling type of under favorable condition of moisture temperature. The crack the crack with width can range from 0.1 mm to as 0.10 mm. Now this is some alkalize aggregate reaction which is happened in the concrete. In this image you can see what is the remedial measures of the alkalize aggregate reaction. First we will see the use non-reactive aggregate from the alternate sources. Use low alkali cement, reduce the cement content in the concrete. We can also use the pozzolana slag or silica fume to control the alkali aggregate reaction. Control on service condition, limiting degree of saturation of concrete. These are the some prevention, and we can also say these are the some remedial measures which we can adopt to eliminate alkali aggregate reaction in the concrete. Now we will see the chlorides in concrete. Chloride in concrete increase risks of corrosion of the steel due to the electrochemical reaction according to IS 456-2000. Higher chloride content or exposure to warm moist condition increase the risk of corrosion. To minimize the chances of corrosion, the level of chlorides in concrete should be limited. Total amount of chloride content is known as CI in concrete, the time of placing provided by the IS 456-2000. Now we will see the also what is the method of controlling chlorides. Chlorides in cement to be less than 0.1%, maximum 0.05% maximum for the pre-stress work. Chloride in water can be less than 2000 mg milligram per liter for the PCC and below 500 milligram liter for the RCC. Chloride in aggregate are generally not encountered, but it is good practice to wash sand containing salt more than 3%. Chloride traces also found in the chemical admixture. Chloride-free admixture should be generally preferred. Now we will see the corrosion, which is also very important factor in the durability of concrete. So come on the next slide. First we will see one by one we will see how material affect the durability of concrete and what should be precautions we adopt during the selection of the materials. So we will see here. First, we will see the selection of a good quality material conforming to relevant IS code. Means we have to select the good quality material according to IS code. If you will use the IS code, definitely it will help you a lot and you will not do any mistake. If you will not do any mistake, your concrete will be durable and strong. So first we will see the cement from reputed manufacturer. You should not use the local cement. If you will use the local cement, it will not provide the proper binding between the aggregates and sand. So there will be a problem of durability in the concrete. So we should always use a good manufacturer of cement, good cement which is made by the reputed manufacturers. Like sand, there is also in sand there is also river sand and crushed and silt. Where should be 5% silt should be available in the sand. Otherwise, it will also create some problem in the form of durability of concrete. Aggregate cubical shape. Aggregate is also here, and we should use aggregate according to IS code define the shape of aggregate. Admixture we have to use from the reputed manufacturer. We should not use the local admixture while we manufacture the concrete. Compatibility of cement and plasticizer, PC based, naphtha based, and third generation super plasticizer and polycarboxylate base. These mixture we have to use during the preparation of concrete. Now we will see the unsound material. First, we need to know what is the unsound material. Concrete or aggregate is considered unsound when they cause unacceptable volume change, and hardened concrete or mortar which cause the cracks and affect the durability. Aggregate containing certain materials such as shale, clay lumps, coal, iron, and which shows the soundness later when concrete undergoes wetting and drying or freezing and thawing. More moisture is absorption in concrete like Ca1 and Ca11. These are the responsible for the unsoundness of the material. Cement parameter that impact the soundness of free lime, MgO, and excess of gypsum. If you will add excess gypsum, it will create unsoundness in your cement and it will harm your concrete and your concrete will be not durable. So these are the some qualities of cement should have when we select the cement for the manufacturing of concrete. Now we will see the water permissible limit for the solids according to IS 456 table 1, which is given here. As you can see here, if organic material is available in the water, how much it is permissible. Okay, now you will see as per IS 3025 part 18, only 200 milligram liter organic substance are allowed in the water. If you will see the inorganic materials, it is allow only 3000 mg per liter. Sulfate, as we know, sulfate is denoted by the SO3 and it is only allow 400 mg per liter. Chlorides, Cl allow 2000 mg per liter. For concrete not containing embedded steel and 500 mg per liter for the reinforced concrete work. Suspended matter, it is only allowed till the 2000 milligram per liter. So these are the some permissible limit for the solids which is allowed in the water. After this, if you will add your water, of otherwise if will be if the percentage of these organic and inorganic material will be more in your water, then water will not react properly in your cement paste. Now we will see the impact of WC ratio on durability. Permeability is the contributory factor for the volume change, and higher WC ratio is the fundamental cause higher permeability. Use of higher water cement permeability is create the permeability and it will create the volume chain. If there will be volume chain, there will be some cracks, and due to some cracks, there will be disintegration, and that will cause the failure in your concrete. And so the life cycle of concrete will be very, very less, and it will affect on the durability of concrete. For durable concrete, use of lowest possible WC ratio is the fundamental requirement to produce dense and impermeable concrete. Modern superplasticizer polymer based are so efficient that is now possible to make flowing concrete with the WC as low as 0.01, 0.31, or even low 0.29 with the increased slump more than 250 mm. So this is the superplasticizer admixture. When you will add the superplasticizer in your concrete, it will reduce the quantity of requirement of water. So you can use the modern superplasticizer, which will help to increase the durability of concrete. Now come on the method of controlling chlorides. Chloride in cement to be less than 0.1%, maximum 0.5% for the pre-stressed concrete. And now we will see the corrosion. Corrosion is the electrochemical process, and there is also basic mechanism. Different area for the different steel bar become anode and cathode. The electrical connection being maintained by the pore water, which acts like a electrode At the anode, steel release the electron and take the ion from, which will be shown as Fe2 ion plus Fe2 square. At the cathode, water is in presence of oxygen and they release the electronic form hydrogen ion, as you can see in this formula. Now this is the example of concrete cover. As you can see, there is some rusting in the steel bar. That's why this wall is broken or this slab is broken. So corrosion, these are the element which is responsible for the corrosion in the concrete. Cracked form due to the rusting pressure of the account of rusting to the reinforcement. This is also an example of corrosion. Cracked due to the corrosion. Now we will see the method of controlling corrosion. This is very important method because we need to control corrosion so that our structure can be sustained for a long time. Little limit of chloride in water, cement, superplasticize or etc. acceptable level. Provide proper cover as per IS norms. Cover blocks also need to be good quality. Concrete should be properly compacted. Make dense, impermeable, and waterproof concrete. Have protective coating wherever suitable. Ensure proper and timely maintenance of the structure. These are the some methods by which we can control the corrosion in the steel. Now we will see the carbonation of concrete. What is the mechanism? Carbon dioxide from the air react with the calcium dioxide to form the calcium carbonate. In the presence of moisture, carbonic acid is formed which reduces the alkalinity of concrete. pH value of concrete reduced from 12% to 9%, destroying the protective layer of exposing the steel to corrosion. The rate of carbonation depend upon the relativity, humidity, grade of concrete, permeability of concrete, depth cover, and time. Nearly 1 mm carbonation is reported per year, normal M20 grade of concrete. Now you can see how to do measurement of a depth of carbonation. As you can see here, there is concrete unaffected by the CO2 and concrete is a carbonated. As you can see here, the color of concrete became black. Pink color indicates CaOH2, which is unaffected by the carbonation, and the colored portion, which is affected by the carbonation. Now we will see what is the carbonation. Carbonation of concrete is the process by which carbon dioxide from air penetrate into the concrete and react with the calcium hydroxide to form calcium carbonate. In actual practice, CO2 present in atmosphere permits into concrete and carbonate. The concrete reduce the alkalinity of concrete. When all the CaO2 has become carbonate, the pH value will reduce up to the 0.83. In such a low pH value, the protective layer gets destroyed and the steel is exposed to corrosion. Now we will see the carbonation here also. The highest rate of carbonation occurs at the relativity humidity between 50 to 70%. Protective coating is required to be given for a long span bridge girders, flyover industrial structure and chimneys such as the plastic paint. Deep cover plays very important role in the protecting of steel from the carbonation. So as you can understand, the how much important role play the cover of the concrete. Cover should provide properly, which is given according to IS code. You cannot provide the less cover according to which is given in the IS code like slab. The minimum cover is given 20 mm so that it can protect from the carbonation. Still in the passivity condition, as you can see here, concrete under continuous attack by the aggression environment agencies and good concrete and sufficient cover is answer for the durability. As you can see, this is the steel in passive. Now we will see the MCQs. First one is durability of concrete is proportional to. There is four options given. As you can see, first one is sand content and water cement ratio, aggregate ratio, and fourth one is cement aggregate ratio. Okay, here is asking on which proportion concrete durability will depend, and durability will be proportional to. Here, right answer will be uh, right answer will be D, and it will be depend on the concrete cement aggregate ratio. That will be your right answer, as you can see here. Come on the next question. The strength of concrete source increase with what will be the strength of concrete source and increase with. An option is given here: decrease in the rate of loading, increase in the rate of loading, unaffected by the rate of loading, depend on the application of load. So here is asking strength. How strength will increase in the concrete? Here you can see, here right answer will be increase in the rate of loading. That will be your right answer. And there is also explanation: strength of concrete is directly proportional to the nature of loading. Come on the third question. Third question is given: strength of concrete is, here is four formulas given. FCK is the characteristic strength of a concrete, which is known as uh, compressive strength. Here right answer will be here right answer will be A, means FCK is equals to K bracket C upon C plus W plus A. That will be your right answer. Come on the next question. As per 456 2000, Young modulus of concrete is, what will be the right answer here? 1000 FCK, 5000 FCK square, 5700 FCK, 500 FCK. Here right answer will be 5000 FCK square. B will be your right answer. Now come on the fifth question. In fifth question it is given, the strength of concrete is proportional to. Come on the fifth question, which is given here. Strength of concrete is proportional to. Option is given: sand content, water cement ratio, aggregate ratio, and cement water ratio. Here right answer will be your right answer. Here will be your D. That will be your right answer. Come on the sixth question, which is given: strength of concrete increase with the WC ratio, decrease with the WC ratio, decrease in the size of aggregate, decrease in the curing time. So here right answer will be B, decrease with the water cement ratio. As mentioned above, the strength is concrete is inversely proportional to water cement ratio. Come on the next question, seventh, which we have done. Come on the eighth question. Approximate ratio of concrete of cement construction of 7 days, that of 28 days to by third. What will be the right answer? Here right answer will be, as you can see here, right answer will be your A, which is equal to 0.75. After the lab broke in 7 days cylinder, the cylinder formed the pyre with the added water broke and 1980 psi. Another 7 day cylinder were high as 2060 psi. Come on the ninth question. Approximate ratio of strength of the 30 centimeter cube. What will be the right answer? So as you can see here, the right answer will be here C, which will be equal to 0.09. Come on the next question. Approximate ratio of direct tensile strength to the flexural strength is, values is given 0.25, 0.33, 0.5, 0.05. Here right answer will be C. That will be your right answer. That was the MCQ, which is very important for this lecture. This lecture, There is two book which is written by the BC Punamia, which name is Building Construction and Civil Engineering Material by the Professor Singh. And today we covered the durability of concrete. That was very important topic, and I hope you understand what I tried to teach you, and you will understand what is the method by which method we can increase the durability of concrete. And thank you for watching this video.